Hey, so good afternoon. Hey, I'm Jason Thomas, and I have the honor and the privilege to be sitting before you with two amazing men that's doing excellent things, the Oliphants. Man, I can't say enough about Mr. Clovel Oliphant and Mr. Donte Oliphant. I mean, they are truly amazing, leaving a legacy not only for father and son and future generations, but they are setting the trends for generational wealth, young people, and generational wealth for those that are trying to seek out the retirement and things of that nature. But look, both of them have done so amazingly well that I want them to talk about their testimony later on. But hey, Mr. Oliphant.
What's going on, man? How y'all doing today? It's a pleasure and an honor to be here on this platform. As you can see, we tripling it up on y'all today. Okay, so I'm so happy to be here, Jason. You saying I give you your ups too. You ain't playing no games either. All right, you choking that financial situation out, and you going up, and you what I call leveling up as well. So with that said, I'm let Dante go ahead and introduce yourself, man, and let them know who you are, what you do, man.
How y'all doing? I'm Donte Oliphant, 20 years old. I attend school at College of Coastal Georgia. I'm a basketball player, but also in the business. I'm a senior director, so got that going. We're keeping the momentum flowing. Game changer, change everything. So
Awesome. So look, today we get to talk about an amazing topic which we all love, which is finances. And we're gonna be talking about your money back into your pockets, how to expand your cash flow, how to increase your income. So this is some of the information that I've never been taught in school before. Mr. Alfon, have you ever heard about anything that we're talking about in schools?
Absolutely not. And I have a degree in business. So I've learned more in the last 12 months, 13 months being a business partner within WR Financial than I've learned in my entire 56-year life. And it is amazing. The education is off the chart.
So Dante, you about to go back to school next month, right? So tell me this: is anybody teaching this type of stuff in school today?
nobody since I've been in school has ever taught me anything that I've learned in the past 12 months with making wealth with financial. I'm a current college student, so I would know. I'm a business major too. I took a business class last semester. I didn't know none of the stuff I just found out. So this is crazy.
So you need to tell me, 56 years old, never been taught, currently in college in both business majors, right? And this information has never been shared to you before making wealth real financial in the extra digit movement. So I'm active duty, 18 years, warrant officer, been basically taught all my military career that I need to train my soldiers and lead them in the way they should go and they should follow. Now, a lot of things that we don't talk about is finances in the military. That seems like a touchy subject for people, but believe it or not, that's one of the things that keeps a lot of families together or what separates them. Finances are at every particular part of our lives, and whether we want to think about it or not, it's something that we need to take a close look at. What do you think so? So, what about you, Ms. Alphonse?
Absolutely, because most of our decisions are financially based. For example, we don't talk about this as a nation or as a people at our dinner tables. We talk about other stuff, like for example, if something is wrong and you need to see a doctor. If you have an ailment, you go see a doctor. If you have something wrong with your car, you go see a mechanic. So if something is wrong with your plumbing, you go see a plumber. But for some reason, when it comes to our finances, we don't seek help. We draw back and try to fix it ourselves. But with our company, we're making wealth real. We have a team of experts that do a phenomenal job, and it's called leverage. We help each other. We raise everybody up, and the educational aspect of it is phenomenal.
So getting wealthy is not really hard in America. The only thing is that there's four common roadblocks that we all must face. Four common roadblocks. And the funny thing is, Dante, what do you think is the largest expense?
Well, I think the largest expense definitely is taxes. But a lot of people, especially in my demographic, they think it's food. They think it's their new car. They think it's bills. But it's really, in all reality, for everybody, it's their taxes.
Right. And you know, it's known that taxes make up a third of your income. It takes away a third of your income. That's like 33%. And I would say that's like working from January to April for the government. Taxes is I mean, and we got to think about it like this. So taxes make up our largest expense, and it comes off the top, right? It comes off the top. If it comes off the top, Dante, that means we never see that money ever. It's not hitting our bank account. Yeah. Whoa, 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 whoa. Exactly, because look, exactly, because a lot of times they tell us about the gross. You know, I'm gonna make $100,000 at this job, but at the end of the day, when we look at the paycheck, we look at the net, we're like, wait a minute, that's not what you told me. I was gonna be making. So it's like Dante just said, you might as well have left it out. Don't tell me I'm gonna make 100 if you're gonna take off 33%, right? So taxes come off the top from the government. And then it leads us into debt, which is our second largest expense. Tell us about that.
That's right. Debt is our second largest expense. And what happens is that same $40,000 that you're trying to make up, we try to borrow it from the bank, and then we got all the different types of loans. For example, if you want to go to school, all right, you want to go to college, here you go. We got a student loan. If you want to get a car, here you go. We got a car loan. If you want to get a house, here go a home loan. So, we ain't gonna talk about the credit cards. They're all waiting for you. Like when I went to college, they had its own separate table when I was registering in college, right next to when you get ready to sign up for your classes. And oh, by the way, yeah, go and get this credit card. It's gonna cost you $10 a month, but you got $1,500 limit. Oh, that's free money. No, it's not free. It's debt. And I applaud young people. You're not in debt, but we're trying to get out of debt. So it's incumbent that young people or people that's just starting off, like right after high school, right when you walk across that stage, you walking right into life. And what if you're not careful, you walking right into debt because you got to have a place to live, you got to have transportation. Like Dante said, you got to eat. And when I retired, that first grocery bill wasn't no joke. I had 3 teenagers. That snapped me back into reality real quick. So I had to go find me a job. I thought I was going to be playing golf and learning how to fish, but no. Once I seen that grocery bill, and again, a debt is no joke. It will choke you out and it will stay with you. And most people, they're trying to pay off their student loans into their adulthood. And guess what's waiting for them? Their kids getting ready to go to school. So there you go. And debt again. So it goes from it'll pass through generation to generation and it don't stop.
The generational curse. And so it's like taxes taking off a third off the top, and then you have the banks taking a third off the bottom, and then you have that next roadblock, which is what, Dante?
Well, the next roadblock is definitely big business. So big business, if you notice, there's a holiday every month. In January, you got New Year's. February, you got Valentine's Day. March, what y'all got? You
got St. Patrick's Day, spring break.
Spring break coming up right after that. October come, you got Halloween, November, Thanksgiving. So all year, December, Christmas, and New Year's Eve. So you're spending money all throughout the year. And that's how some businesses open up for 1 month, one season out of the whole year, and they live off of that. So that's the next big obstacle that you're paying for, that you're not even paying attention. It's almost second nature.
Right. And it's crazy because big business finds every way to get into our pockets. Because if big business is not getting us with all these different holidays, then you got anniversaries, you got birthdays, bar mitzvahs, quinceañeras, all that stuff. Graduation.
Oh, you gotta get their ring. You know what I'm saying? You gotta get their class ring. You gotta get all of that. And pictures for school. Athletics. They extracurricular activities at school. I mean, they got you everywhere you turn.
And the school commercial.
Oh yeah, everywhere you turn.
That's amazing. So we have a third coming out at the bottom. Off the top is taxes. Another third off the bottom comes from the banks with debt. And then you have this final 1/3 coming from big business. 1/3 plus 1/3 plus 1/3. That's a whole. That means your whole check is gone. It's gone. But then we have another obstacle, another roadblock, and that's inflation. The cost of goods and services rising, but your check staying the same. Your check stays the same. So inflation right now is at an all-time high for you.
Absolutely. And guess what? Since COVID hit, I have not gotten a raise. But guess what? Gas prices went up. The price of a loaf of bread went up. Everything is going up. I even went, we was trying to thinking about getting some new furniture, and the same furniture that I looked at before COVID now has went up at least 30%. So I'm like, and his explanation was because it costs more to manufacture. So in other words, everything is going up and it's ridiculous. And my pay didn't go up. So we had to find a way to outpace inflation.
Right. So these four roadblocks are basically our biggest obstacle in becoming wealthy. But we're not going to talk about doom and gloom all day long. We here to provide you with some information as to why we're in this predicament right now, but we also want to provide solutions. Ain't that right, Donte? So what is our number one solution for handling all these roadblocks?
Well, our number one solution is to get a home-based business. It's right under you. You got your home and your apartment. You know, all those can be used as an advantage in the tax game to outpace inflation, to multiply your money, and to bring money back into your own pocket.
Right. So I really love the tax advantages because, you know, I didn't know that I could get or earn 56 cents a mile just from driving. I didn't know that 100% of the meals and the beverages that I eat and drink outside the home are 100% tax deductible just by having a home-based business. What are some other things that you really love about having a home-based business that the government says, hey, we're going to give you these incentives?
Exactly. Like, for example, I found out this year when I filed my taxes that the interest on my vehicle was a tax deduction. The interest, also the maintenance on that same vehicle. And then when I found out depreciation, I was like, oh yeah, game over. And then I have unlimited income that you get paid residually, daily, weekly, and quarterly. Jason.
So I also like the fact that I can hire my kids. You know? I never knew that this was a thing. I never knew that this is how wealthy people keep more of their money in their household is by hiring the kids. You know, I was taught by my financial advisors to give the kids an allowance.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So let's talk about those financial advisors and hiring kids.
Oh man! So instead of paying them an allowance, you can hire them, and you can hire them to do the things that they're gonna do anyway. Simple things like clean up your office, take out the trash that they was going to do anyway. And then when you buy them their gifts, for example, Christmas presents, birthday presents, they purchase their own gift, and then you it's a write-off because they're using the same money. And it is phenomenal. I mean, I didn't even know that. I was like, wow, I wish my kids was that age. I would use that tax deduction for real.
So look, I know you're 20, and we ain't trying to push you out there to go out here and have kids. But but look, Donte, for real though, knowing this information now, how much more are you set up for when you do decide to have children?
Not only myself, my kids are set up. You know, all the knowledge I'm gaining, all that stuff you can pass down. You know what I'm saying? I can't pass down a job at Academy. I can't pass down a McDonald's job, you know, to my kids. It just doesn't work like that. But I have knowledge, I have access, and I have the power with this business to pass this down to my kids, pass this knowledge to my kids so they can do the same thing for their kids. And that's where the legacy starts making a bigger snowball effect.
Awesome. So the difference between a person having a home-based business and not having a home-based business is what, Clovel?
Oh man, okay. So for example, a person that has a home-based business, they're gonna use a cell phone. A person that don't have a home-based business, they're gonna use a cell phone as well. But guess what? only one of them can get to write it off. That's the one with the home-based business. Okay, it's the same thing. Both of them gonna go out to eat. Both of them gotta eat lunch, but only one of them gonna get to write that off. That's the one with the home-based business. It's the same thing. Both of them gotta have some place to live, but you can't write off the square footage of your house if you don't have a home-based business. And it's the same thing with your internet. It's the same thing with all your other expenses. Oh, and that, like you said, Jason, that 56, 57 cents a mile every time your wheels turn is amazing right there.
Right. That's like one of the largest tax deductions that I think most people can take advantage of because we're always driving something. But then unlimited income. Most of us, we work a job so we can get promoted and so we can make more money. In the military, I was talking to some soldiers just the other day, and they were saying, hey, I was asking them, well, what's your goal? And he was like, well, I want to get promoted. I want to go from rank to rank to rank. And I was like, well, what's the reason for that? And he was like, well, I want to make more money. With making wealth real or having a home-based business alone, there's unlimited income, which means you control how much you get paid. You don't have to, you don't have to go to the board. You don't have to ask your boss for a raise. And the strategies that we have, which we're gonna get into in a little bit, you automatically increase your income, your take-home pay within the first 30 days by your next paycheck. So I would say, the biggest thing with a home-based business in America, you have the tax laws that allow you to attach your social security number to an apartment to where you now become, or a home, and you become a sole proprietor, which now you're able to get time freedom and take control of your life. So we talked about what the number one asset is. Now let's talk about who NWR Financial really is. And so when we look at different companies and products, when you talk about NWR Financial, it's the first to do what we're doing. The first company, we're the only company to actually do a complete financial makeover. And it's the best company because no other company is doing it like we do. And so when you think about other brands or other companies that's out there doing it, I think about Pampers.
Yep.
I think about Pampers because there's other names out there, but when I think about diapers, I don't think about Huggies or Lowe's. I say, hey, I need to go get the kids some Pampers, the baby some Pampers. When we talking about petroleum jelly, I'm not calling it petroleum jelly. I'm talking about Vaseline. So how does that relate to NWR Financial?
Because when you number one, that means you're synonymous with being number one. That means you're the first. So every time somebody thinks of that item, they think of you. For example, I've never known petroleum jelly as petroleum jelly. I've known it as Vaseline. It's the same thing. I've never known of cotton swab as cotton swab. I've known them as Q-tips. So that simply just states right there that those were the first brand to start that in that industry, and that carried over through. And we even talk about how well the product is. So like you said with MWR, we're first. We're doing a complete makeover, and there's companies out there that just slice it up and do little bits and pieces of one of each. But we do an entire makeover, which is amazing because we take you from A to Z, and you can pass that to your next your kids and your generation to come.
Awesome. So you know what? I was just sitting here thinking about it, and I was like, you know what? I wouldn't have known Nike was the brand for Jordans because I always called them Jordans. Yeah, I always just said J's. There was no other shoe in my head other than the J's, the ones I wear to basketball, the ones I wear on my feet. But there's a whole collection of different shoes that Nike, the company, has. But all I thought about, hey, some J's, and so that's what Making Wealth Real will be, the company that's making history, because anytime you think finances, you're gonna think NWR Financial, Making Wealth Real Financial, which is awesome. So many people are probably looking and they're saying, well, what is the business? What is the business? What is this home-based business? Well, You know, our mentor says what?
The business is the financial makeover.
Right.
What you see.
You're looking at it.
That's right.
Us sharing information. Exactly. Us exposing information. That's what we do. And that's all we do. We share this information and the company says, hey, this is how we're going to show you how to make it. So look, as of right now, what's going on, Donte?
Well, right now we have a promotion. It's the usual price to join the opportunity like this is usually $229. But right now we're going for $129 until and $119 per month until the 31st. So you have, first of all, it's already a steal, but with the regular price. But now you have a steal on top of the steal. So at this point, it's up to you. You gotta decide, hey, I'm playing with myself. Let me take advantage of these 476 tax deductions and 4 different streams of income. Let me take advantage of that.
Absolutely. And what it's called Cashflow credit. That's the promotion that we got going on right now. And what that does is it allows you access to all our experts. And like Donte said, the 470 plus tax deductions, the 4 avenues of income, and the six-figure playbook. That is amazing right there. And all businesses have overhead. So for 119 to run your business, that's amazing. We ain't gonna talk about the fact that we have our own MWR Visa debit card. Visa debit card. That's amazing. That is so cool. That's right.
Awesome. So we talked about what the business is. Now here's the ways that we get paid. There's 4 different methods of compensation that we have. We have the daily guarantee, we have bonuses, residuals, and profit sharing. So, Clovel, I know you love talking about the profit sharing. So go ahead and talk about the profit sharing.
All right, now I'm gonna go backwards, so we're gonna talk about the profit sharing. I do not know one company that is sharing their profits. The company that I work for now, they ain't sharing their profits with me. So you could get profit sharing quarterly with this company, and I think that's fabulous because it commits you, and you feel like you're part of the team. And as the company grow, so does your pockets. And I like that. You like your pockets to grow, Donte? That's right. Y'all call it your bag, don't y'all? Your bag. That's right. I like big bags. Jason, you like big bags?
I like big bags. So Donte, tell me about that daily bag, the daily guarantee.
That daily bag at 5 o'clock, man, it feels so good. Because I know some people out here sleeping till 3, 4 in the afternoon. So you can wake up, brush your teeth, take a shower, an hour later, 5 o'clock, then you got paid.
That's right.
You know, it ranges from $5 to $1,000 a day. You know, it's different levels. You know, goes from $5 to $20. That's a big jump right there. You know, so all it takes is 3 QFDs and 1 regular customer to activate that $5 a day. And man, it's just amazing. It's consistent and it's motivating to you. You know, it makes you want to keep going. It makes you want to go harder. It makes you want to expose the information even more. You can't use that anymore.
Right.
Extra, you know.
That's awesome. And so I know you get yours, right? And I know you get yours too, right? So what I like, and I don't know if the camera let me get it in there. Let it be. Can you see that right there? But look at that.
Roll it on.
Look at that. Look at that.
Roll it.
Each and every day. Each and every day, we get paid.
At 5:02.
5 o'clock.
There it is.
4 p.m. Central. So I just wanted y'all to know that it's real. You know, you get a 5 o'clock ding every day. You know, I have a new reason to like 5 o'clock. It's not to get off work, but it's to see that ding go on my phone. And it's a beautiful thing. I mean, think about it. Some people say, okay, Clovel, Donte, it's only $5 a day. But add it up, $5 times 30 days in a month, that's $150. Some people's cell phone bill is $150. That means your cell phone bill is paid for. What we like to say is, hey, go ahead and allow it to make your business self-funded. $5 a day, 3 people and an outside customer. We just talked about that. Donte hit it up very well. So that's just one other bonus. Now let's talk about the residuals. That's what I want to talk about, the residuals.
Can I talk about residuals?
Go ahead.
Can I talk about it? Jason, can I talk about it? All right, I'm gonna talk about it, Jason. Okay, so that's anywhere from 25 cents to $8. Now, some people say, well, 25 cents, that ain't nothing. Yeah, but multiply that by the size of your team. And you ain't even gonna know most of the people on your team because your team is just gonna explode. So I take that 25 cents, because guess what? If it was coming out of taxes, it would add up. So I take it out of residual income and let it add up as well, Jason.
Right. So those residuals, I like to say it as you have residual bills, you should have residual income,
Right.
residual checks coming in.
You should.
Right?
And like my daughter said, as you should. That's right.
Right. And then we not only have our fourth method of compensation is these bonuses. So we're talking about customer bonuses, sponsorship bonuses, leadership bonuses. Let's talk about those leadership bonuses a little bit more. So the leadership bonuses, you get paid as you progress through our compensation plan an additional $10, $20, $45, all the way up to $75. And this income comes from 95% of the people, the income that you receive from our daily pay. You don't even know these people because your team has gotten so large, which is amazing. And then we talked about those daily guaranteed checks. So this is our mentor, Mr. Brian Bees. He started off at $20 a day, $20 a day. Then it went to 30, to 50, to 100, to 200, to where now, y'all, he is at $500 a day. Now, I'm not there yet, you know what I'm saying? But a ding at 5 o'clock with $500 coming in every day, and it's just one. Hey, that's just one of the ways that we get paid. I don't know. I mean, I'm loving that daily guarantee because look, when you think about guaranteed pay, that means you can plan out how your expenses are gonna go. You can plan out vacations, trip, because you know how much you're gonna make that month. A lot of people, they try to get that extra overtime to make up for some compensation that they didn't get earlier in the month. But with a daily guarantee, you know how much you're gonna get paid. Already know. And that's a beautiful thing to know how much you're gonna get paid before it even hits your account. But look, Brian started off at $28 when he first joined the business. $28. That was his check. Went up to $38, $470, all the way up to $935 on the 7th of November. Then it kicked in $680, $613, $398, starting from the bottom, $330, $430, all the way up to $1,300. $1,300. He earned $10,000 within the first month of him doing business. That expansion bonus ain't no joke. From $10 to $75 per person, he was able to turn $228 into a 5-figure income within the first month of doing business. That's amazing. That's amazing. And then we had a presidential bonus. Talk about that, Donte.
So the presidential bonus is basically just $500 to $100,000 a month, and it goes by a point system. You get 250 points, you get your $500 unlocked. That's tier 1. You keep progressing, it goes up. Tier 2 is $750, $1,000 a month. So it goes up all the way until you get to $100,000 a month. Now imagine bringing in $100,000 a month.
That's right.
Just let that sit.
Let that stew around in your brain.
Let that marinate. $100,000 a month.
That's right.
For presenting information.
And you get an added payday because we love the 10th. Yeah. You get that on the 10th.
Love it.
So, for example, when I was in the military, I got paid twice a month. So imagine those people that get paid twice a month. Now you get paid on the 10th, so you get paid 3 times in 1 month. How that sound?
Yeah. Hey, I like it. I love it. I want more of it. Hey, but look, we love the 10th. But then that's not it. Here's another bonus. The luxury vehicle and mortgage bonus. Now talk to me about that, Clovel.
I'm about to talk to you about that, Jason. The tier 1 is $500 per month. Tier 2 is $1,250, and then tier 3 is $3,000 per month. And you don't even have to get a vehicle. You're not tied into no car payment. You can take that money and you can flip it You can invest it like our mentor, Brian Bean. He loves cars. He loves vintage cars because they appreciate and not depreciate. And he loves that. So he doesn't, and he has a title to all his vehicles. So he don't even have to, he take that $3,000, which is per month, and he can roll that over. And I believe he bought his 20 acres with that $3,000 per month that he getting. And as you can see, he loves vintage cars. And he got down there on the right, he got Lena Horne's vehicle that belongs to him right now. Absolutely, and I love it.
That's amazing. And we also have $1 million residual remaining club earners. Basically, this is all of our top earning income earners throughout the entire company. Extra digit movement is the fastest. It is I would say the most influential. We have the GOAT Brian Bean as our founder. I mean, it's amazing. And as the best organization, I would say that we are doing things a lot differently than others in this company. So much so that we have not only 1, 2, 3, but 4 top residual ring club earners within the extra digit movement. So we got from the top, you got Mr. Brian Bean himself.
Kind of buff, kind of swollen, huh?
Yeah, he looked pretty buff right there.
Yeah.
But Donte, you know who this is. Tell us about Cashflow, Chris.
The queen.
The queen of all of everything. You know, she leads the way for all the females in the business. You know, she's just a beacon of hard work to me, man. Like, I just got so much respect for her.
And then we have.
Hold on, let's give her her product. She designed the ring for the female. She designed the ring, and that ring is blinging. You hear me? It's nice. I didn't try it on, because the gender thing, but it was nice. I wanted to ask you about to try it on, but I didn't.
Right. And then we have Mr. Charles Ivy.
Oh, that's my dude right there. You see, he got a little afro. I used to have an afro right after I retired. So me and him got a lot of energy and synergy together, and that's my personal financial mentor as well. But Mr. Charles Ivy ain't no joke. His nickname is the Waymaker. I call him the financial haymaker because he knows this company and this industry 100%, man. And he has taught me so much and is phenomenal.
And then last, but definitely not least, we have the beautiful and talented Shayna Rollins, also known as the Design Girl, holding it down. Hey, all of these individuals, when we call them the $1 million residual ring earners club, it means they have at least, it's like $8,250 or I can't even get it up. $1 million in the bank, growing at 8%.
That's right. What do you guys say about that? Drop the mic.
Walk away.
That's right.
So here we go. How do we save and grow money? Because we don't just make money within the Govt Financial. We save money and we grow money. And that's through our tax reduction, bill negotiation, debt elimination, credit restoration, and we're not done. When we're talking about growing, we're talking about self-banking, land banking, and real estate. All for $79 a month. So think about this. You're getting a financial team of experts that's going to give you a complete financial makeover for just $79 per month. I don't know anywhere else where you can go and get a steal like that. But Donte, break this down to me.
Well, so when we say lower our taxes, people think they automatically get the hiding because they think we're doing something legal. No, there's a lot of people, pretty much everybody, is paying for things in their taxes that they're not really aware of because when they don't probably read their little report at the end of the year. And what we do is we put a lot of that money that is taken from you back into your pockets. So through the credit restoration, we do credit scores. Mm-hmm. Me personally, I'll share my testimony. I started a year ago. I joined a year ago.
Let them know, Donte.
My credit score. First of all, let me throw this disclaimer out there. I didn't even know I had credit. Let me just throw that out there. When I applied for the credit karma and everything, and I found out my credit score was a 544. I'm like, oh, that got to be good. It says the little bar says it's good, so I'm all excited. And then I was like, no. So a couple of months passed, I got my reports uploaded to our credit restoration program, and my credit score is currently sitting at a 781, and I didn't do anything but upload those documents. It's the same as uploading a picture. If you can upload a picture on Instagram, there's no reason you can't upload a document to help your credit score go. That's going to help you in the long run do the things that you're flexing on Instagram and do it for real. So, people want their bill shredded. You know what I'm saying? We do that. Like it's called bill shredder. So, you got a phone bill. Okay. We figure that out. We negotiate with your phone company and we can solve that, chop that up. You got your car note, you're paying for your car, you bought your car, we got the bills, the experts, they'll negotiate with the person that got your car loan or whatever. And they'll discuss it and then they'll bring your bill down.
Your ADT bill, all of it, they do your cable, they do your internet, they do your pest control, and they direct. I didn't even know this was an industry. I didn't even know it was an industry. And they negotiate with your current carrier, and then they negotiate it down, and you save money.
All that for $79.
That's right. So I $79 brought me back $1,400. That sounds like a win to me. That sound like a win to you, Jay?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. So, like Donte said, all we do is upload our last two pay stubs. In the military, I have LES. So I uploaded my last two LESs and my last year's tax return. And I was able to get $200 back into my paycheck. $200 that I was overpaying each month, every month. That's a total of $2,400 that I was just throwing away and giving to the government. But not only that, our experts can go in and look at your last three tax returns and find out if you left any money on the table and put that money back into your households. And then the fourth strategy, just within this umbrella of tax reduction, our experts are able to help you solve any kind of debt challenges dealing with taxes that you may incur. That's amazing. Donte hit it already with the credit restoration. You upload 3 of your credit reports from each of the bureaus, and the experts go in and raise that credit score up. We hit the debt. Let's talk about a debt in a little bit more depth. So with the debt, you just upload all of your debts from your creditors, credit card loans, your student loans, all of that. You load it up to the system, and the experts are able to do what with their Clovel?
They're going to give you a debt-free date. Do y'all have a debt-free date right now? Okay, they're going to give you a debt-free date. Okay, this one is good. This is going to change your hairline. Okay, it's going to change. They give you a millionaire date as well. They give you a strategy of how to pay those bills, pay those bills off, and then you get those days. And now you have a target. Before then, you don't have no target. If you don't have no target, you ain't got no direction. But with this, you got a target, you got direction, and you know when you're going to be debt free. I love knowing when I'm going to be debt free.
That's awesome.
And also,
sure. That's awesome. And then lastly, Donte, you hit this up telling us about Bill Shredder. This is amazing because now all I have to do is upload my bills and the experts go in and negotiate the bills down. And Clovel hit up $1,400 shaved off. That's amazing. So look, we're not gonna go through these numbers, but you see the numbers. Over $1,400 shaved off from Clovel, and I can't even add up that quick how much money was saved and shaved from Brian's bills. But last but not least, we have the Grow My Money wealth accumulation strategy, which I'm gonna let y'all go ahead and take the control on this one.
All right, so I'm gonna talk about, well, my favorite is the private reserve because you get to be your own bank. You get to set your terms. You get to borrow from yourself, and you get 8%, no less than 8%. That is absolutely amazing. Okay, so there's not one bank in this country that you get over 1%. So let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a simple question. Would you rather put your money in a vehicle that's getting less than 1%, or a vehicle that's getting 8% or higher? I'll wait. Exactly. You'd rather do that. I'll take the 8%. What about you, Jason? 8%?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna
I'll
take
tell you,
this.
you want the less than 1%? Absolutely. So that's amazing. And then, like for example, let's say you got $80,000 in your private reserve account, and then you wanna buy a car. So you take 40 or 30 and you go purchase a car. That's gonna save you money because you just purchased a car flat out. So you ain't gotta worry about no interest rate. You ain't gotta go no interest. You ain't gotta worry about none of that. You ain't gotta make no payments. So you still gonna get your percentage rate as if though you had $80,000 to it. And then you set the terms of where you're gonna put your money back. That is cool as, I don't know, the coolest side, bottom side, other side of the pillow, something like that. I don't know. But anyway, that is so cool, for real.
And I like the real estate portion. I mean, we just got involved into real estate just back in April, and we are going real hard with the real estate. And so, what are we able to do with the real estate?
You're able to, buy, you're able to invest in properties that already have a seller in. In real estate, a lot of times you have to find a contractor, you have to do the renovation, have to do all the legwork, and possibly get a profit at the end. You don't know if somebody's gonna buy that house. You don't know if some buyer's gonna come and be interested. So and then you're paying for a lot of that out of your pocket. With us in our real estate program, all you have to do is put down a certain amount, and then you can watch from your couch. You flip houses, you can flip as many houses as you want from your couch. The whole time we have lives and Zooms meetings that describe what's going on. So you're getting educated as you're investing. So it's live fire, live fire training. It's that military talk.
I like that. I like that.
What you know about that there, Donte?
I'm about to go to the military.
I like that. I like that. So I love our real estate because you can buy, sell, flip, and invest with our company. You don't have to have a real estate license. You don't have to be a contractor. You don't have to be an attorney. You don't have to have any of that education that you need. All you need to be is a capital contributor. As a capital contributor with our company, you put a certain percentage down, and at the end, you just watch your money come back. It's beautiful because, like Donte said, most people that flip homes, they don't know if they're going to get a buyer for their home. They don't know how soon they're going to get a buyer. But we've been able to put people in homes with our Fire Your Landlord program within 3 to 6 months. Some people within even 30 days. I personally seen someone go from not having a home to having a home and moving in within 30 days. And we've seen even less. So it's beautiful. Fire Your Landlord is awesome. We have a certified realtor program to where real estate agents that partner with us are able to gain an extra 1% just by sitting in at the closing, Clovel.
That's right. That is amazing. So for example, you don't have to, if you're a real estate agent, you don't have to leave your current company that you're with or brokerage that you're with. And all you got to do is do what you normally do. And then you get a commission at closing. That is amazing right there. I'm not a real estate agent, but it would be nice. I'm seriously considering maybe taking that up.
Right. That's beautiful. And then the company is just growing and growing. The real estate avenue is growing as well. So we talked about the land banking, we talked about the private reserve account, and we talked about the real estate piece. Only thing left to do is share with them more testimonies. So here we go. Well, who is this young man right here?
Right here we have, Brandon Clovel. He's an executive director. He currently owns a barbershop. He was able to write off over 2,000 or 26,000 in tax deductions. He saves over 1,700 a year with bill shredder, and his luxury and mortgage bonus is $500 per month.
Now I gotta talk about Kimberly Whitfield, the executive district director. Hey, this is one of my favorite peoples in EDM. She experienced an $18,000 pay cut. I've never experienced that much of a pay cut, but I'm telling you, look what she did. She turned around, and with Making Wealth Real Financial, in our make strategy, she was able to earn $100 in daily guarantee. That's $3,000 per month. So look, we have an $18,000 pay cut, but a $36,000 pay raise. pay increase. I think she's doing good. She positioned herself to purchase a new home because NWR's financials makeover, and her credit score went all the way up to 800. Now tell us about this lovely couple.
All right, I call them the 2020 version of Beyonce and Jason. Okay, that's what I call them. Okay, so we got Don Wilson and Ruth Rodriguez. Both of them are executive district directors, and MWR Financial was able to help them shift $440 back into their paycheck, and then their credit score increased from 787 points to 833. That's awesome right there. And then Making Wealth Real Financial was able to help purchase a parcel of land in land banking. And then also both of them are owners of 2 private reserve accounts, and as well as 2 land banking parcels as well. That's cool.
So I really love this couple because they income shift twice for their own household. I mean, not one, but 2 private reserve accounts. Not one, but 2 land banking parcels. That basically means they own 28 acres in Antelope Valley, California.
That's they doing it together.
Right.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. So Donte, tell us about this lovely woman right here.
We have Swan Sim, regional director. She used to manage a club. She experienced a credit score increase from 612 to 781. She paid off 3 of her credit cards and became debt free in July last year. Right now she's experiencing the $150 daily guarantee. She has the $1,250 car bonus, and on top of all that, she got $500 a month presidential. You can't beat that. That's she wanted.
And what I love about her is that she's not out there, she's not so big on talking to people. She considers herself an introvert. They call it a wealth whisperer for a reason. But what this proves is that you don't have to be somebody different than who you are to make wealth real for you in your own household. Correct. Willing to expose. Now, this lady right here, Clovel, she exposed a lot of this information to a lot of people, but more importantly, she has created and been the backbone of the extradition movement.
That's right. Shayna L. Rollins. That's right. She's a former IT specialist. She's an executive regional director as well in our company. She has a daily guarantee of $200, the luxury vehicle and mortgage bonus of $1,250. She's a presidential bonus of $1,000, and she paid off 3 credit cards as well and became the first-time homeowner, which I think is awesome as well. And she's the 2nd female millionaire residual ring earner and the 3rd female regional director of our company. I think that is so awesome. She has a warm spirit. She is phenomenal, and her expertise in our IT is second to none. Oh, and I think she's like an undercover fashion model too. You know what I'm saying? Supermodel. I see that whole thing going on right here. I think they're all undercover supermodels. I don't know. What you think, Jason?
Oh, most definitely.
Yeah. All right.
So the other regional director we have, Miss Christy Howard. She used to be a former bartender. She generated a 5-figure income in her first 8 months partnering with the company. That just goes to show you that there's no limit on how high you can go as long as you put in the effort. First of all, she paid off 4 credit cards and her car note. She increased her credit score from 624 to an 809. It's over a 200-point jump. That's crazy. She's the first female millionaire residual ring club earner and the first female regional director. That's crazy. Leading the way, like I said earlier. Next, we got Mr. Brian M. Bean. This man right here, personally, I only met him at Game Changer recently, but the way he spoke and the way he carried himself on stage, first of all, that changed my whole mindset. Being a witness to the 20 acres, being a witness to his vision, and shaking his hand in person and just having a conversation with him definitely changed my whole mindset for the better. Like, I can't go back to how I used to think. So just wanted to throw that out there. But his testimony, he was a broke Morehouse College graduate. He was a student just like I was. He used to work at a Nations Bank. you know, but in his first year in joining the business, he turned 228 into 228,000. 228,000, you know, like in year one. What's your excuse? Anyways, his daily guarantee is $2,500. You got the luxury and mortgage bonus. That's $3,000 a month, and he got a presidential bonus maxed out at $10,000 a month. Year 1.5, he purchased 20 acres, and he's currently building his dream home.
I think it's dream community.
Dream community.
Yeah.
Dream city. Whatever. That big.
Yeah.
So we talked about a lot of information, shared some great testimonies, talked about an amazing company and an even fabulous organization, the Extra Digit Movement. Making Wealth Real right now is doing so much. So Donte, at this point, you know, we've talked about a lot, we shared a lot of information, but at this point, there's only two types of people.
Well, the first type of person you are is, you know, if you just want the basic experience, you know, you want the experts experience Cashflow. That's a $79 a month membership. You know, that doesn't guarantee you all the ways we make income. That just guarantees, you know, you can fix your credit score, you know, you can share your bills, stuff like that. Or you can be a number one. You want it all. You need everything we just mentioned, all in one. You want to get paid. You know, you want the monthly bonuses, you want the weekly bonuses, you definitely want the daily guarantee. That's 228 one time and 119 a month. But that 119 a month and that 228 will be a tax deduction. 475 that we just talked about. So it's up to you which one you want to.
And then we have that cash, don't forget about that cash flow credit as well. So that's gonna take that $99 off of that 228.
Exactly.
That's right.
All the more reason for you to make that business decision for yourself.
So we shared a lot of information, gentlemen. I appreciate y'all basically gracing the stage with me and sharing this information tonight. It's been a great occasion. If you know anybody or you're seeing this for the first time or you're watching this a replay or it's shared to you, I'll say get back with the person that they brought this that shared this information with you. Get back with them and let them know if you're a 1 or a 2 so that you can start making the right decisions on your financial freedom. Could you share anything else y'all have?
Yeah, I want to end with this. You know, first I want to give a shout out to Mr. Charles Ivory, the Waymaker, our legacy movement, and Mr. Brian Bean, Mr. Brian House, and our president, Mr. Donald Tolson as well. But I just want to leave y'all with this. You know, it's real simple. You know, economics and education are that's the way the world is. So I just want to leave you with this. Join us, flip the script, flip the financial script, basically. And that's all I have to say.
Awesome.
And for me, my last thing, you know, it's just a quote. It's a simple quote. Success and happiness is on the other side of fear. You got to take that first step to get it going. The only way you're going to get to the other side is you got to go through it. Can't go around it. Can't go under it. You got to go straight through it. So that's all. We're going to end on that. You know, I appreciate all y'all watching. Make that decision for yourself. It'll be the best decision you will have ever made. Okay.
Awesome. My name is Jason Thomas.
Clovel,
Donte.
Hey, enjoyed this evening with you. Peace.
get your bag back.